Here is the actual example of the mini split unit. There's the copper lines coming out, and right there is going to be where my disconnect will be. I believe this calls for a 30 amp, but there's a nameplate on there that we can check to get the exact amperage to size that disconnect. Here's another one. This is the electric room right here. There's the pipe that I ran going to the basement. This one is going to be the IDF room or the information data room. So they need to stay cool the whole time. Here's the fire alarm. And there's their cable tray coming in and out. Let's follow these lines back here a little bit and maybe follow them up to the roof. So we have all of these copper lines coming out of this, which is essentially feeding the controllers. We have the Cat 6s and Cat 5s coming out to control it remotely. And I ran my power to the controller. And out of that unit, you'll see it, one sec, there's a guy cutting. So out of this unit right here, that's going to control the flow of the coolant. It's going to come into one of these things. This is a fan coil unit, indoor. There's one of these in every single one of these rooms down that hall. Each one of these we have ran a disconnect to. It's 30 amps or whatever it is. And they're all on the same circuit, so they're ran in parallel. And we have run a disconnect to it. Let's keep that off. And on each of these, there is a nameplate to decide what wire we're going to pull to it. Maximum overcurrent protective device, 15 amps. Minimum circuit ampacity, that's 1.8 amps. That's barely any. So we're putting it on a 15, we're sizing it way higher than it needs, but it's only going to be pulling about 1.8, 2 amps for the fan motor. FLA output, 230 watts, 1.4 amps, so again, it's really not that many. We don't really need to go into the code book to size it, but we ran 12 wire. That's going to be powering all of them. There's like 8 on one circuit, so that's 8 times 2, it's 16 amps. If they're all going at once, which they won't be. This right here, these coolant lines, these refrigerant lines, are going to this, and then they're going up to the roof. I promise this time we're actually going to the roof.